video so you guys can understand exactly what we're doing here. For those of you who didn't do CR2, for those who wants to redo the CR2 notes right here, okay, so you understand. CR2, remember, stands for Canon Rebel, and what I'm going to do really quickly right now is just demonstrate this. Okay, so I got this sticky notes. So CR2, okay, stands for Canon Rebel. Okay, I have no idea what the 2 stands for. So at any rate, I'm going to move this out of the way so that we can keep writing. So now remember when you have a zip file here, and I don't know why that's blue, but when I have a zip file here, you need to right click, open link in a new tab, open link in new tab. Okay, and there it is right there, and there's the download button. So you click on download, and then you click on download anyway. Okay, it says that it can't scan the file for viruses, so understood. So let's go ahead and download this anyways, and you can monitor. Okay, now we decide where, and I've decided, now you guys will normally download into your Seagate, but in my case I'm going to go ahead and download it into my desktop. This is my personal computer, so we're good. I'm going to press save, and I could monitor how the download is progressing. It looks like it's already been downloaded. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and well, I'll show you. It's probably right here. There it is right there. Alright, but I was also going to show you that if you click on this arrow here and then you click on this folder here, right here, show in folder, it'll show up. There it is right there. It'll take you right to it. And then my recommendation is always double click on the icon, not here, because sometimes you may want to accidentally see how I clicked it and it's thinking I want to edit the name. So you want to double click on the icon. So double click, okay, and there it is. It creates, there's your CR2. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up in Premiere. I'm going to highlight it all, okay, right click, open with preview. Sorry, I said Premiere, I meant preview. Alright, so there are my preview, and for those of you whose pictures I've used, I apologize. Don't mean to put you on the spot, but hey, good pictures. Alright, so now you'll notice that it's kind of slow. There it is right there. Don't know who that dude is, but anyway, so here we are. Okay, I'll take him out so we don't embarrass anybody. So nice shot right there. Okay, so I'm still waiting for this to kind of load, and I'll tell you this right now. The reason why it's taking a while is if you look at, okay, if you're in this mode, remember, I'm almost telling you, always on column mode, because what happens, so I'm going to click on this. I can see the image, but it also gives me information. Notice how this is 6,000 by 400. That's too big. That's way, way too big. We need to bring that down. But first things first, we need to okay, I'm going to write this now. We need to, okay, first change the format, okay, the file format, okay, from CR2, okay, to JPEG, okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that right now. Move this out of the way, okay. So we select all, okay, and you can go to edit, select all, or you can type in Command A. I always use Command A, type in Command A, but you can use whatever you want. All of them are selected. Now, here comes the conversion. Alright, so I go to File, Export Selected Images. Okay, it says Export Selected Images. Okay, so these images are selected, and it's going to ask me. First and foremost, I decide where I want it to be exported. Now, I can go back to the same folder, okay, or I can go to a different folder, whatever the case may be, whatever you want. Okay, it may be easier for you to create a different folder and have it exported there, but let's just say I want to keep it here because that's where my files are. Then I'm going to click on Show Options, and here, over here, you'll notice that I can choose which format to change the file to this. But I want the CR2 to change into a JPEG. All right, and now we'll go ahead and press choose. Okay, let us do its thing. There's 20 documents, which is 20 pictures. We'll let it do its choosing. Okay, and let's see, it's not there. You'll notice right off the bat it's turning into JPEGs already. There's a mixture of CR2 and JPEGs. So we have to do a little bit more work. This is where another folder might be beneficial, so you don't have mixing and matching of formats. But at any rate, let's go ahead and I'll click out of this. All right, looks like it's done. Okay, so now what we can do is let's go ahead and open up those files right there. All right, let's go to desktop, CR2. So again, it's mixed and match. After this, what we're going to have to do is we will have to sort this. We have to isolate the CR2 and the CR2.jpg. Okay, so how do we do that? We click on this little three dots here, click, go all the way down to sort by, and then sort by kind. Okay, dots, sort by kind, and there it is. Okay, all right, and what you can do now is go ahead and select all this, so you can like just select going straight up and delete this. Right click, move to trash. Now you've got nothing but JPEG. And when you do something in trash, remove it by, click on the garbage bin. I'll talk to you about that a little bit later. But now I've got all these JPEGs, which means now I can actually use this for Google Slides, anything else I want to do. But still, it's 6,000 by 400. Okay. Okay, so now, all right, I'm going to close this preview because that had other images. That was in the CR2 format. Now I'm going to highlight all this, right click, open with preview again. Only this time it's going to open up the JPEGs. Okay, there it is. And I'm going to select all. Okay, again, you can go to File, Edit, Select All, or you can just do Command Shift A, or just Shift Command A. All right, now I'm going to go to Tools, and then I'm going to go to Adjust Size. Here is saying that is 6,000. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and change it to 2,000, and the height will change too. And if you look at right here, once again, you click on one single file, you got 6,000 by 400. Okay, we're going to change it that very right now. So I'm going to go ahead and press OK, and let's see what it does. So you notice that the first one immediately changes, and you can monitor the progress of the change by just clicking on any of this. So now you see already the image changed to 2,000. Okay, so 2,000, 2,000. Okay, cool. And but notice what happens is changing it to a TIFF, and that's not what I wanted. But here's the thing: you can use a TIFF. You can keep it as a TIFF. That's fine. Just leave it alone. If you really want to, you can select the TIFFs. Okay, see this right here? I'm going here, and you can select all the TIFFs if you want. Okay, let's just go ahead and do that. There it is. What I'm doing is I'm pressing and holding the Shift key and then selecting. So notice only the TIFFs are selected. Okay, so I'll show you about that. But now I'm going to go to File, Export Selected Images. Alrighty, and Show Options. And I'm going to choose JPEG. I'm surprised that it changed to TIFF, but let's go ahead and see why. Let's press Choose and let it go do its thing. Now let's go. You'll notice that there's JPEGs, and the JPEGs are all 2,000. So now I can get rid of the TIFFs. Okay. Move to trash. And that's it. I got nothing but JPEGs. Okay, and then you go ahead and move it into your Seagate. Okay, make sure you change the, always go by date. Okay, all right. So, or you can keep it as CR2, but it's always better to go by date. All right. So that's it, pretty much. I hope you got that.